Hello guys. Today, I'm gonna talk about childhood video games because who doesn't like their childhood? Okay, so first of all, I think if you're gonna do a childhood video game tier list, then one of them has to be Jetpack Joyride. Like, who remembers playing Jetpack Joyride? And you would go so far. I mean, imagine how far you'd go. Like 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. It always what would always get me is the fact that you could also scare the scientists, which is also really dumb. Like, honestly, see, I really like the game, but the only thing is that you don't really unlock anything. Sure, you get power ups and you can get Sam or something, which was okay, but besides that, they didn't really add anything. Besides that, I'm pretty sure sometimes I would versus my sister in Jetpack Joyride, and it was really good. Yeah, it was a very fun game. It was a very addicting game, right? Which, if we're gonna talk about addicting, I think another game that's really addicting is Subway Surfers. See, Subway Surfers, in my opinion, is the better version of Jetpack Joyride, because Jetpack Joyride sure is very fun, but Subway Surfers is a lot better because you can actually unlock things and you can play the game, and I remember one time I got a score of 1 million in Subway Surfers. I don't know how much keys I had to spend. I think around let me do the math. So 12. I had to spend 15 keys just to get a million of a score, and which put me, of course, in diamond rank. But I was never really that good. But as I was saying, Subway Surfers, I really like that game because the skins and the hoverboards. I'm pretty sure now they do weekly events or something like that, where they change something. And also the fact you can unlock a lot of skins and do little quests to get more keys, which could get you more stuff, and you can also get more coins to update your things, so you can get more things. Sometimes me and my sister would play Subway Surfers and see who can get the higher score. Even my brother, who never really plays video games, right? Actually likes Subway Surfers. But on another note, another game I really like to play was Plants vs Zombies. I don't know who hates Plants vs Zombies. I love Plants vs Zombies, especially when you placed on a plant, right? And then you place on a plant, and then you place on a sunflower, and I love the way they just bob their heads back and forth. It's really fun. And then also the pea shooter, the pea shooter with Loki in disguise, so goated because the pea shooter, it only costs 100 sun, and it can kill a normal zombie in around 5 to 6 hits. Repeater was just better because sure, you could place down 2 pea shooters in one spot, but a repeater only takes 1 spot, which takes the amount to pause 2, so it's just better investing. Plants vs Zombies honestly is the reason why I know how to invest. Plants vs Zombies knows, they taught me, hey, sometimes it's better to just get something than it is to just get one thing than it is to get multiple things, and sometimes it's just better to get multiple things than it is to get one thing. That's what I love about that's what I love about mobile games. Mobile games can sometimes actually teach you something, so next time your parents just come to your room, they'll be like, hey, what you doing? It's really late, and they'll be like, oh, I'm just playing Plants vs Zombies, and you'd be like, well, Plants vs Zombies, that's bad mobile games. No, it teaches me how to invest right. And I don't know, they'll still probably argue with you, but you're gonna be right after all. I'm not saying do this, but it's good advice. Yeah, but I feel next up would have to be, wait, actually, do I not just play games as a child? Am I just really bad for some of the games? I remember also playing Bowmasters. If you guys ever play Bowmasters, I love Bowmasters. Apparently, Bowmasters is a rated M game because my family really hated it. But in my mind, I actually really liked the game because Bowmasters has some depth, and getting the different bowers was really cool. And I would really like the game because there's some games that just got me completely invested, which I really loved. And some games are just really easy. So yeah. Another game I really love to play in my free time. I think it was probably Trivia Crack. If you guys ever played Trivia Crack, I love Trivia Crack. The only thing is that it was really pay to play. You only get 3 lives, and then after 3 lives, you don't get any more, and you have to wait another 24 hours, which is really annoying. But hey, I guess it's just how you play the game, right? But some of the questions they give you were actually impossible to answer. Actually, they're so impossible to answer. They'll ask you, like, what colored pants did George Washington wear? Like, what? How am I supposed to know that? And they'll give me the worst options. They'll be like, orange, pink, purple, or, like, green. What? Like, how am I supposed to know that? Like, I was not born in 1776. But, like, but some of the questions would also be really easy. Like, what's the most popular cartoon? Like, that's pretty easy. I mean, and then they'll give you, and sometimes they'll just give you answers that you've never heard of before. Like, they'll give you Jimmy Bimmy Bob's Adventure. Like, what the hell is that? Like, tell me one person who has watched Jimmy Bimmy Bob's Adventure. I need to know. But, after Trivia Crack would probably be, give me a second, I need to think. Oh yeah, another game I really liked to play was Cookie Clicker. Cookie Clicker was a really fun game in mind. Like, you would always have to get as much cookies as possible. You'd always, like, spend 4 hours a day just trying to get, like, Cookie Clicker. And then you buy a bunch of grandmas that are, like, slaves. I love that because, like, have you guys ever, like, hacked the game where, like, you would give yourself, like, 1,000,000,000,000 cookies, and then you would, like, buy everything, and when you run out, just buy more of it, or just get more cookies and hack the game. That was my favorite thing. My sister actually taught me how to do that. It was really good. Because, like, I never really played Cookie Clicker, but my sister was a big fiend of it, right? So I never really got to play the game that much. But Cookie Clicker was a pretty fun game. I remember playing it when I was younger. I mean, if I'm not no Cookie Clicker, there's probably other games, like clicking games, like Bubblegum Simulator and stuff like that. But, another game I like to play when I was younger, I think it was, like, Flappy Bird. I remember playing Flappy Bird when I was younger. I also remember playing the Super Mario games, if you guys ever played that. I know it's kind of like a newer game, but, like, doesn't really matter. You guys probably played the game before. And overall, you guys probably like the game. Like, honestly, I like the game because, like, it's really like challenging, but also kind of easy at some points at the same time. Also, the fact that sometimes you can play as different characters like Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Daisy and stuff like that. It's like Wonder, but on your phone. I love it. I mean, if you're going with the Mario, Super Mario, we might as well just go to Mario Tour. I remember playing Mario Tour when I was like when I was like 9 or 8, and it was really fun. Like, I would actually beg my mom if I can use her email, because I didn't have an email back then. And one more game that I really loved to play was that little, what was that called again? That game, I forgot, but, like, I'll think of it when I, like, come back. Okay, so there's a lot of other games that I didn't play, like, that I've never played, but, like, I remember playing them once, but that's really it. So I want to say honorable mentions to, like, Red Ball 4. If you guys ever played Red Ball, that was actually a pretty fun game. I think I got, like, a few levels in before I, like, lost my tablet. Angry Birds, I played on, like, a plane before for, like, 10 hours. I didn't play, like, the whole 10 hours, but I played a couple hours. Because they're really intriguing. And also, like, those type of style games, like Plants vs. Zombies 2, it's not as good as the first one because it takes way too long. Like, I saw a YouTuber, I think it's like Zach Scott Games. He's on, like, episode 1164 on Plants vs. Zombies 2. I don't know how long that has to take, but that has to take so long. But one of my favorite games, though, just, like, honestly, I'm stuttering a lot. But, yeah. Give me a second. Okay, my number one game. I need a drum roll. I actually really love Survivor.io. If you guys ever played Survivor.io or Hole.io, Hole.io is a really good game too. Survivor.io and Hole.io are probably my top 2 favorites because, like, how easy it is. Probably Hole.io is actually better, but, like, they're both really good in my opinion. Survivor.io is basically a game where you're supposed to get upgrades and shoot zombies and hope you live until the 15-minute mark. And Hole.io is you're trying to become the biggest hole as possible, and like, you would eat for anything from, like little pylons to, like, parks to, like, actual whole buildings and cars, which were my 2 favorite games. But anyways, if you guys liked this video, maybe you should give it a little like and subscribe. And without further ado, peace.